and coffee. It'll work just as good. All right, so I might not be wearing pants, but it doesn't matter. I have a desk now that masks that. So from the waist down, I could be wearing whatever I want or not wearing anything at all. So it's the first video of a new year for me. Kicking off with a weekend game guy coffee time episode, only without the coffee because, you know, we didn't have any. But I do have this tasty treat, so, oh, it's good stuff. So I thought, you know, like I do every year, let's start off telling you kind of the plans for the new year. Basically, just so you know what I won't be doing, even though it's what I believe I will be doing. Last year I had a lot of great ideas, a lot of big plans. Honestly, a lot of video game reviews I wanted to do, things of that nature. They just never happened. And so, you know, one, I apologize for that. You know, time. Part of this thing is just making time and really having place, a spot, and a way to isolate oneself. And it's harder to do that. But what we've done some rearranging in our house, and I've kind of taken over half of the one of the guest room, if you will. If you've followed me on Twitter or anything, you've probably seen pictures of that other side of that room, which is crazy. There's like beds and boxes and things over there. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. As I've found a way to at least isolate myself, which means hopefully on Sunday nights I can come in here and I can shoot videos. So that's the plan. And fingers crossed it'll work out this year, and I'll actually get a lot more done for the channel. Other things, I'm cranking out, coming up with new ideas for shirts and other like apparel ideas that I sell on the Redbubble page that's available for people to go check out, and if nothing else, go look at and maybe have a giggle if you find some of my humor funny. I don't know, but yeah, so that's always available as well. So, you know, obviously going to be doing some reviews this year. Got some scripted and unscripted reviews. One thing I thought about this year, and it took a lot of thinking and debating about it, is instead of super categorizing things, you know, in a way that's, I don't know. I have a tendency to hyper categorize. So there's this show, The Weekend Game Guy After Dark, and then there's this show, Weekend Game Guy. This show, Arcade Overview. This idea, you know, it's all just me reviewing games, and it's pretty much the exact same type of video. It's just a different type of game. Well, that doesn't really matter too much as long as you know. I mean, you've read the title, you know what I'm doing, you know. So I've decided just to kind of, if it's a review, it's a review, and that's just what it's going to be. I'm not going to try to like categorize things into shows and things like that. It's just, it's crazy, right? And it's overwhelming and a little stressful, and it just makes it not fun. It's a lot better for me and more fun to just kind of run and gun this thing, you know, make the video, put it out there, shoot it out the door, and whatever else. So I've decided to kind of like strip all the different titles and things like that, streamline the intro of all the episodes, basically make it the intro you saw here. That's pretty much what you're going to see for the rest of the year for now. There may be some slight variation, but essentially you saw the deal. And that's what it's going to be on everything, whether it's a review for a game or whatever else. Other things I want to do, I do want to do some hardware type reviews. I happened to recall the other day some strange controllers I had. and other things, you know, whatever. So that's something else I wouldn't mind doing. So and with everything and kind of a revamping and a reinventing of the channel, not rebranding, because I'm still me. It's still Weekend Game Guy. We're still doing what we're doing. We're still kind of focusing mostly on games. I could still kind of do what I want. And with that comes the kind of the shift on this. It's normally kind of a vloggy thing, and I don't think that's going to change very much. I will just talk, run my mouth, do whatever I want to do, drink something caffeinated, apparently. Maybe not always coffee, something caffeinated. Or laden with alcohol. And we'll just talk. And with that, every month, I want to do kind of a Q&A segment in the show that I'll call Q&A. So why don't we do that now? So this month, I put the feelers out there, and let's be honest, I have subscribers, I have Twitter followers, I have Facebook friends, things of that nature, and for the most part, there's really the numbers of followers I have or number of subscribers I have don't reflect the people that actually really do watch the episodes and watch the videos, and that's something I really hope to change this year. But with that comes the Q&A. I only got 2 questions. And so here's the first one. The first one was from my buddy Matt. If you were to start your channel again with a focus other than video games, what would your content be about? Well, that's the beauty. Like I was saying earlier, the beauty of this kind of revamping of the channel is that I can kind of do whatever I want, honestly. And yeah, it is Weekend Game Guy, and kind of the focus is video games, but it doesn't have to be. But to kind of answer your question in a more straightforward way, if I were to do it all over again, and I didn't do video games, I've mentioned before that I did do a, I did tease the idea of doing a cooking channel, but the setup and stuff that I wanted to use was a little more complicated than I was able to do, and it just, yeah. That'd have been fun, but I like tech-related things, not just like computer technology and things like that. When people think tech, I like DIY projects. A buddy of mine, Stu from Mr. Dude 206, he recently made him a RetroPie console, basically to rival the NES Classic, which honestly his setup's a little more superior in my opinion because it can do more, and it's all housed in like a Nintendo cartridge. I like doing stuff like that. I like electronics. I like doing stuff like that, soldering and figuring out how to make something work. That's fun. I would love to do that. Actually, you know, a while back I did the disabling the NES 10 chip on my NES system. That would have, you know, that was fun. So doing more stuff like that would have been fun. So, you know, I think a lot more technology stuff on more of a technical side of it than anything else. I think I would have liked to do that, and I still might. I can do that, you know. So I don't know. You might see some stuff that I've always wanted to do pop up on this channel of, you know, which, like, you know, hardware reviews, like I was saying earlier, that I remembered some funny controllers I had when I was a youngster that I wouldn't mind getting my hands on and talking about. So, you know, who knows? You might see some stuff like that in the future. The next question I got was from my buddy Michael B, the Game Genie, who simply asked, do you feel guilty when you touch yourself? No, I don't. At all. Anyway, so that's that. Those are the questions I got this month. If you want to shoot me a question, make sure you follow me on Twitter or Facebook or whatever. And at this point, I'm going to wrap things up. I don't want this to drag on too long. There's not a lot to say, except for I'm going to shoot for doing something every week this year. I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping that we can just, that I'll be able to move forward and really do some really fun stuff. And hopefully you liked the video. If you did and you're new here, maybe you want to consider subscribing, and make sure when you subscribe to click the bell next to the subscribe button so that you're notified of when videos actually happen. And if you're already subscribed, you can still click the bell as well to make sure you get notifications, because a lot of people aren't, and that's just the way it is. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter so that you can get those questions in for the Q&A. I'll send tweets out and Facebook posts out. Actually, you can check out the Facebook page as well. And I send all those messages out so that people can get them in a timely manner. Follow me on Instagram. I post pictures of a lot of things, but mostly whenever I play Magic the Gathering with my wife and friends, I post pictures of cards. And so it might not interest you, but it might. You never know what pictures I may post. Anyway, that's it. Thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.